Alright, so the next piece we're going to talk about is the torso. Now the torso wasn't quite as difficult to do as the arms and legs because I'd started on the arms and legs and I learned off of those. Make sure when you do this project to have a couple of extra pieces to practice on because you will screw this up a couple of times before you get it down, before you learn how to properly melt the plastic into the shape that you want and how to adjust your heat. Now the things you're going to need to do the torso are you're going to need basically is some white plastic trash cans. This is the top off of a white plastic trash can. I got all of these at Walmart. Everything was under $10, but you're going to have to buy a couple of them to finish it out. So this is kind of opens and closes the lid, and what this is going to be is this is going to be your under piece, your cod piece right here. So we'll cut this down to make your lower torso area. Also, you have these type of trash cans here. You want to cut the bottoms and the tops off, and then we're going to split them down the middle. Now these are a little small, you know, but I'm just using these as an example. You want to split them down the sides and cut the tops and bottoms off. And for the bottom piece, it's going to look something like this. Now you see that this is rounded up here, and for these pieces here, I used some rubber feet that go on the bottom of chairs, and I used some reflectors from the automotive department. Now, these come apart. I have these Velcroed together. And on the back here, you can see that this piece here is bolted on to the bottom part of the same trash can that I got this off of. And then I applied Velcro to each side. And then down here is where you're going to attach your upper thigh pieces. And then you just cut your leg pieces out right here. And this is already bent, but you may have to heat this up with a hot gun to get it more to where it's going to be more comfortable for you. And that's the bottom piece. And this is the front of the bottom. Now the back is the same piece off of here. And I've got the Velcro on the outside. I put Velcro on the insides, but I screwed up there. So put the Velcro on the bottom. And then this is the other piece of your folding garbage can. And don't worry about this flap. You want this to flap because when you start bending over or you want to sit down or something, you want to be able to lift it up or drop it down so that it's not going to be a hindrance to you. So this is just on screws right here. And you can most of these are painted white. I had to repair this one, so this one's not painted white so that you get this hinge type action. And this is just going to set together like that. Now the top piece is a little bit larger of a trash can, and I cut these up right here, and you have to make them come up, and then you're going to heat them to bend them down over, and it wasn't quite wide enough, so I had to put these extension pieces on right here so that it would be wide enough for my chest. And these are also Velcroed in like this. Now the breastplate here, this took about the longest to figure out. It's not super great, but this is a really difficult shape to try to make. So what I did is I cheated, and I went to the local dollar store and I got me one of these. It's like a little kid's police vest, and it has the basic shape here so that you can cut away the stuff you're not going to need, and you're left with just the breastplate, and then you can spray paint it white. Now I haven't spray painted most of this. I tried to avoid spray painting anything as much as possible because when you start spray painting stuff, you'll see that this is nice and shiny white, but up here where I had to spray paint it starts to get dingy a little bit. And you're going to want to use this Krylon Fusion white spray paint. For some of the black pieces, you're going to want to use Krylon Fusion Black because it bonds into the plastic. So that's pretty simple. Don't forget to make a curve right here in the front and these are going to mesh together, one on top of the other. Oh, great. It's easier to do this when you're wearing it. These are going to mesh together, and it's going to have some play. So that's the torso piece. That's the complete thing. And this took a long time to figure out, but all this is plastic trash cans, and it looks great. Now you also notice, like on the movie one, there's a square here with some circles and some lines that were like molded into the back piece. Well, that was going to be extremely difficult to do and have it look good, so I decided to just go ahead and use the backpack. And that's going to be the next section of this film, is going to be how to make your Stormtrooper backpack and your accessories.